We are so pleased to have back on set today Mike Guimares, who's the owner, broker of RE/MAX Spectrum. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
We haven't had you in a while because of the weather.
Weather's been brutal.
Talk to me. Talk to me about the state of the housing market and what the weather's done and where are we?
Well, spring is here.
Yes.
By calendar only, it seems.
No kidding.
The weather's definitely has not been cooperating.
Right.
We had seen in February what seemed to be maybe an uptick in activity, and then back-to-back storms changed things.
Yeah.
So the spring market still has an inventory issue, and we've talked about this for months.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be adjusting just yet, and that's a big problem because it's creating issues for buyers that are on the sidelines ready to go.
Yep.
While interest rates are ticking up, and it's impacting their affordability. So we're concerned about where the market's going right now.
It's literally a perfect storm.
It really is.
And it has been.
It has. Yeah.
I mean, people could have been a month and a half, 6 weeks ago, ready to start really staging their houses, getting them ready to sell, and everybody just stopped.
Absolutely. It's almost like when that weather happens, it just puts them into an immediate
hibernation mode.
Hold and wait.
Right.
And they should be really doing the opposite, because it's going to turn at some point, and you need to be ready to get on the market before everyone else does.
Right. And how much have the interest rates ticked up?
We've seen it go up about 0.5%, and depending on the program, of course, and that every 1% affects 10% of affordability.
Exactly.
So 0.5% is about 5% affordability.
Right.
For some folks that are on the borderline of being able to afford a home, that could really make a difference.
It could make the complete difference. Now, what about inventory?
We're getting ready. We are starting to see some signs of people prepping their home. Coming soon. We use a coming soon feature.
Yes.
That's approved by the Mass Real Estate Board.
That's very popular now.
It is, and the reason is when you're in an environment where the inventory is low and the demand is high, homes tend to sell quick if they're priced properly. And if you don't do a coming soon process in advance of the live listing date, you may only see a few buyers that end up putting an offer in right away, but you may have missed a lot of buyers that could have bid higher.
Right.
Or had better terms on their offer. So we're starting to see an increase in coming soon listings, people prepping for the next couple of weeks, and it seems that April 7th to 10th seems to be the target point for people to be live.
So we're talking about a week from now.
Yeah, about a week or so.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. And the people that are waiting on the sidelines, like you say, they're probably already pre-approved?
They should be.
They literally are ready to go to make an offer.
Yeah, they should be. To be able to take advantage of what's going on with listings when they're hitting the market, they have to be pre-approved before they're looking. You should never be out looking at homes without being fully approved from a mortgage professional.
Right, not online. That gives you a clue.
That
gives you an idea, a guideline.
It does.
But you really should go to a mortgage specialist or bank.
It gives you somewhat of an idea of what you can afford based on what your monthly debt is and what your income is. But you need a mortgage professional to really look at your overall picture, credit, income, your job situation, and really get a good sense of what you can afford, so that when you see the home you like, you're ready to put in a nice qualified offer that's got a more likelihood of being accepted.
Now, are the interest rates the only thing that affects affordability?
It's not, and everybody thinks of interest rates, obviously, but pricing is a huge piece, and the impact of inventory on pricing can dictate that. So buyers that are much more qualified and can afford more than they're looking at, they're approved maybe at 400, but they're only looking in the 350 range. They're stronger, more qualified buyers. They're driving the market values up because they're in the market, they're ready to buy, and because they can afford more, they can overbid, and that's pushing the buyers
everybody else,
right? Pushing the lower
pushes
buyers out.
all the levels up.
It does.
Right.
So interest rates have an impact, but pricing and inventory certainly have a play in that too. Now,
a couple months ago when we talked, you said that if a house goes on the market, within a day you might have 6 or 7 bids and a couple overbids. Is that still happening?
It is. We have a lot of first-time home buyers that we're working with that are in that 350 or 400 and under range. And we're seeing 9, 10, 12 offers, multiple offers on properties within the first 2 days.
Right.
And it becomes a very challenging situation, because when you have buyers that are ready to look at homes, they could put off for one day going and viewing something. It could be too late.
They could lose it.
Absolutely.
Wow. And there's still not really any housing for the first-time home buyer, the lower affordable housing.
It's true. There are major issues with homes being built that are more affordable for folks. The cost of new construction today has increased drastically for many factors, and what that's doing is it's pushing all new construction inventory that normally is a good percentage of what our market has in place. It's pushing it to the higher price point, so it's much more of a step-up market as opposed to an entry-level market. And that now what you're seeing is folks that are adding on to their home and doing other features. It's pushing their market values up, so the homes that were in the sub 300 range are now
up.
400.
Yeah. Now, talk to me about some tariffs just hit. I just read something about tariffs on wood coming from Canada, cedar.
That's correct.
So what does that do, and how does that trickle down?
So I think that people watch the news and see what's happening with taxes and what the government's doing from budget standpoints and how we're trying to handle trade. And tariffs, while they may not seem like a major issue for the end consumer at first blush, we're seeing a lot of tariffs being added to construction supplies. And it's not just the steel, it's the wood. And as they come in, those tariffs are sometimes being done retroactively. So the tariff is announced as the one that was from Canada. It was a U.S. tariff on Canada supplies. It was a retroactive 10 days. So anything that was ordered prior but hadn't been delivered yet was going to see a 20% increase. And so that has drastic impact, not just on new construction, but also people that are doing renovations, additions, remodels. It goes across the board.
And there's nothing we can do about that.
There isn't. I don't think we're going to see the end of that for some time. I think this year is going to be somewhat of a year of instability with regards to pricing on materials.
Yeah. Now, have the sellers missed the boat if they haven't already put their houses out there?
Not yet, but it's getting very close. We've seen the price increase. The median price increase is up about 5% over last year. Inventory's down 10%.
Yeah, that's not a good
so
combo.
They haven't missed it completely yet, but they don't want to wait any longer. You cannot, as a seller, put your home on the market when you have too much competition. Because it's not just the things that you think of with location and features and amenities. It's also the timing of who you're competing against. And having a lot of homes on the market really does hurt your price. So sellers that are thinking of selling need to act quick. Get their house on the market as soon as possible.
And there's always that fear of, well, I got to find something to buy before I put my house on the market. Go over the mentality of that one more time.
Yeah, so folks are always looking for the next home. They don't see it on the market because of inventory, and so they hold and wait to put their home on. That creates a huge logjam issue. So when they find the home they like, it's too late. They can't get their home sold fast enough. There are ways, if you hire a professional, that you can put offers in on properties that you like and hold them, or at least have your home on the market so that if it sells, you have more of a time period to find the home you like. There's so many different tactics to do in order to protect you, but you really need to have your house on the market. Sellers are not waiting for buyers that have homes to sell.
That's right. That's right. It's got to be out there. So contact your real estate professional. Do it now. Stage your house. Get it going.
Absolutely. Get it ready. Get it on the market, and have it available for as many showings as possible.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sage advice as always.
Love being here.
Love having you. Thank you.